Hi guys, welcome back. Today is Sunday, September 10th, and we're going to finish up, we're going to make a card using the stamp set and the punches. Now remember, this is not a bundle in the mini catalog right now. This is a bundle with the inked and tiled set in the annual catalog, but they intermix, so I figured might as well go ahead and use them. All right, for my card, I remember using the All About Autumn. Now, this is currently out of stock on the website. I think they say it's going to be back mid-month because paper usually has a quicker turnaround time than dies or punches. All right, I just want you to notice that there is no smoky slate listed here. But this piece of DSP that I'm going to use, I definitely see smoky slate there. Don't you? Here's smoky slate. Pretty darn close, huh? Anyway, we're going to make a panel card, which means we're only using a quarter sheet of cardstock for the base. Then we're going to take, let me grab my cutter from over here. We're going to take this DSP, this is 6x6, and we're going to cut this off at 5 1/4. So there we have it cut at 5 1/4. And then we're going to score this. We're going to flip it over and score. Let me make sure that I'm doing this right. Because we want to score so this folds over this way. So we're going to flip it this way and score at 4. Had to think about it. That still doesn't look right, does it? Because now my pumpkins are upside down. All right. You know what? This is 6 inches. We're going to score it at 2 3/4. Is that right? That doesn't sound right either. I am really messing this up. So 2 1/4 would be 3 3/4. Oh my Lord, people, help me, help me, help me. So we're going to flip this upside down and score it at 3 3/4. So now it's upside down because we want that flap to be on that side. And see, so now this is going to be on, yep, and I did it wrong. Because this is 4 1/4 across, it should have been at 4 inches. Oh my goodness. So, you know what that means? Take out another piece of cardstock, or DSP. It's all good. I'll use that for another back. Let me find that. And if I don't have it in this bundle, I'll grab another one. Nope, there we go. All right, guys. We are going to score this because we want this to be 4 inches this way. And we're going to cut off there. So let's cut it first at the 5 1/4. We are going to score on this side at 4. Because we want this to be the underside. So here we are at 4. All right. Now it should look good. Oh my gosh. You know, and I like math. I like math, and that was really painful. All right. So we're going to go ahead and grab, through a paper clip. We're going to go ahead and grab our green glue. We're going to put some of this down. I got a little glue in my fingers, but that's all right. So we're going to go, I'm going to move it over just a little bit because I don't like how that's a little bit, I like to have an even border. So here we have, that looks much more even. That's a good thing about green glue. You do have a few seconds to peel it off if you want to. All right. So now let's take a scratch piece of Very Vanilla. We are going to make this 1 3/4. And we're not going to make it a length yet. And I'm going to show you why here in a second. All right, get out my piercing mat. Get out my stamps. we're going to stamp this on here, but we want it to be 1 3/4. That way it's going to fit on the card. You know what? And really, guys, it must be too early in the day for me. You know what? We're not going to do that 1 3/4. We're going to stamp this on this and punch it out. Because on my examples, I didn't use any punches. So we're going to show you a punch here. Guys, forgive me. Too early in the morning and a rough day yesterday with our Iowa State football game. Divides the state in half. And I don't live in Iowa anymore, but I still watch the game because guess what? I will always be an Iowa girl at heart. All right, so let's go ahead and let's grab another block. And we're going to stamp 2 of these. All right. Now, our background piece, that is the piece that's going to be 1 3/4. You know what? I'm going to go a little bit bigger. I'm going to go a hair over the 3/4. How about that? So 1 and let's call that 7/8 for right now. So if we have to trim it down, then we will. And then we're going to make this 4. But we're going to probably trim this down too. It's just easier to make the measurements. So let's go ahead, punch these out. Get those little points in there. There's 1. There's 2. And let's do 1 more here for the 3rd one. Oh, it sounds like someone else is up. All right. So then let's go ahead. We're going to line these up. And I'm going to put that point right up at the top. I'm going to make sure that these fit. And then we're going to trim it down after that. Okay, see how that is? So 1 point right at the top. So let's go ahead and put that point at the top. And then, ew, my glue doesn't want to come out. This is why we're going to make it bigger now. Once we make the card, then you can go ahead and go back and cut them to size. But I like having that wiggle room. So let's go ahead and do this. Put it right up to there. And then I want this to go the opposite way. So let's put a little glue on there now. We're going to have that stripe go the opposite way. All right. So now that we have that all done, we're going to take our cutter. We're going to have that point be right in that channel. Then we're going to trim it off here so it comes right up to that side also. Might be a slight hair off, but that's all right. All right. So see how that lines up really nicely there? Now I'm going to stamp one of our words. Let's do the happy birthday. That fits in there really nice. All right, so before I glue that down, I'm going to get out my black. We're going to do the happy birthday. Making a mess here. Here's the happy birthday stamp. I'm going to hold it on there for a while because we do have 2 layers of cardstock here. So I'm just going to hold it on there for a little bit just to make sure all of that ink transfers. Perfect. And now we're just going to go ahead, line this up wherever we want it to be. I'm going to go straight over the middle. Now you can line it right up to the edge, or you can go to this edge, whichever way you want. But you're only going to put your adhesive on this part. So let's go ahead. Just put a little adhesive there. Go ahead, line it up where we want it to be. I'm going to go flush to that DSP. And there you have a fabulous card. Now, if you want, you can take some of that leftover Very Vanilla and put it on the inside. You don't want to cover up that paper. Put it on the back and write your message there. All right. So let's show you some of the other examples that I made. Now, a lot of these are using the same color scheme that I use on my Color Me Crazy series that I do as a live on Saturdays. So here we have the Color Me Crazy this time was Flirty Flamingo and Lemon Lime Twist. So you can see how these are all that color scheme. This has a little bit of berry in there too. These were the cards that I featured on the video, and then I made this one extra. So there you are. There's 5 different examples showing you how to use that Medley mix stamp set in Carnation with the ink and tiled punches. Thanks a lot, guys. Have a great Sunday and be safe in the upcoming week. Bye for now.